So what we are going to do is we are going to create another jQuery mobile site, but we will this time use code, and we will use the CDN and the latest version from jQuery Mobile. Uh, so if you were setting it up purely in a text editor, what you really need is the starting boilerplate for HTML5, just the starting point, and you can see that that's your standard HTML5 code. And I'll just put here jQuery Mobile setup. That's the standard HTML5 code, right? Now, if you see W3 schools, I'll close Photoshop. I don't know why it's open. This got a few applications open. I'm just going to close them. So if you go to W3 schools and you go to learn jQuery mobile, you'll see it actually straight away gives you some kind of a template to create this kind of a panel. So you have a website with 4 buttons. But if you go to install, and really this is probably the first point of help that you should use. If you go to jQuery mobile install, it gives you 2 ways of installing. It says either you can go and download jQuery mobile using this link and set up the links yourself inside, linking the style sheet locally and the CSS locally, which we got Dreamweaver to do for us earlier. This is the CDN, so you're linking to the jQuery website and you're getting the latest version. So I'm going to take this head tag data and actually put that inside the head. Now I already have a head tag, so I don't need the head tag, and I have a meta tag. I will use this meta tag. So I'll use this meta tag, and I've got 2 head tags. I don't need that. I'll go File, Save as, jQuery Mobile Setup. Now, because I'm using the new version, I can actually use the newer version for the panel. So let's go and look at the panel, and that's what the question was. So if I go and look up the panels now, this is the example we are trying to get inside our code. Now W3 Schools has given us an example here. Any div tag, if you set up the data role to be panel, it will act like a side panel. It won't be visible until you get some button to actually link to that panel, and that's when it will slide out. So there are basically 2 div tags here, and inside the head there's of course your page. We'll just set up the page first. So I've just got a page, and I'll just call it ID panel demo. Now inside this there are 2 div tags. So that's one div which will have actually the panels, and then you have another div which will be a page. Now usually inside every div in jQuery mobile you have a header, a content, and a footer. So I'll just pick up, you can see it's got a header, content, and footer. So if you have a header, content, and a footer below the panel div, okay? So we got a header, that's the header, that's the content, and that's the footer, and then we have the panel div. And you can see the panel div actually you just says data role panel and ID my panel. It can be anything. The ID can be navigation panel. I'll just call it nav panel. I'll use the camel case nav panel. So I have one div tag which has panel, and then another one which has got a page header. I'll call this as panel demo. Let me save this and let me actually see if it works. Panel content slides out. So let me see if this actually works. If I say open panel, it doesn't work. I did something very bad, drastically wrong. Let's see. Data role equal to panel. Panel content slides out. Let's see. Let me use his code. So I had that. Did I need a header? Panel header. You can close the panel, okay. Let me see if that was a problem. I'll just check it again. Yeah, I probably missed a tag here. Data role panel, navigation panel, panel should slide out and in. Yep, so that's working. Panel should slide out and in. So inside the page, there's only one page. One div tag has got a data role of panel, and the other div tag has actually got a header and a content. This link, I can actually cut this link and put it inside the header. Okay. I can also make it as a data, was it data role button? Yeah, I can have this as a data role button. Yeah, and then I can probably put in data icon as a gear. Let's see if that works. That's what I was trying. Some icons don't render in some browsers, and that's another problem with jQueryMobile. You have to test it thoroughly. Data icon, and let me just see. Yeah, because the plus sign didn't work, did it? The gear did work, but let's see. Stop, doesn't like the data role. No, it doesn't work now. I don't know why. but that's it. And some browsers the icon works, some browsers the icon doesn't work. I'll have to look up some examples to try and find out why it worked before and why it didn't. And you can see I did this same thing. I had data role button and data icon gear, and it worked back then. You can see it works here. Don't know why. Let me copy this one. Copy this, put it in the new one. Maybe I'll take away all of these classes. Yeah, if I take away the classes, it works. Okay, and try this now. I'll stop the recording and I'll leave this on.